These the vintage ones that I collect. You alright, everybody? Look at him. He's beautiful. Taking his time, or he might be having a wash. Come to Matlock. Thanks for clicking. Just come for a bit of fresh air and a bit of peace, and just for a look round to see some new things. So I thought, what a better place. It's on my doorstep really, Matlock. It's beautiful, and already it just feels calm. There's people out just having a walk with a family, and there's people out just having fresh air. Yeah, so welcome back to the channel JT Vlogs. I'm JT, as you hopefully know by now. How beautiful is this? It's got its own little... It's beautiful. Look at that little duckling. Hey, I'm not going near your ducks, love. But how fantastic is that? Look at all them ducklings. Go on, don't get left behind, cocker. Get a shift on. Game of balls. It's not, but is it balls? Bowling. It's bowling, isn't it? There's more squirrels. I didn't quite catch that one. But yeah, if you like this type of content, just a bit more relaxed, real talk, some honest talk. Sometimes I'll go to places and show you what's going off, and bring you with me on the journey, because that's what it's all about. If you like this type of style content, if you can put up with me, consider subscribing if you want. Dropping comments, what is there to do? You know, when you just need to get out one day. It's things like this that are just impromptu really. I weren't going to bother coming out. Shaz had got a meeting, so I went with her and said, you know what, whilst you're out, I'll get out and about and stretch my legs. And it's absolutely stunning scenery as well. It's right up Derbyshire, aren't we? Air feels different, almost like full of nostalgia and calm. You can really smell surroundings, trees and pines, and yeah, it is nice. I'll be honest. It's nice to get out on an unexpected little jaunt like this. Stick with me on this one, because it's just reminded me about my past and a story about my dad, which is quite amusing, so I'll tell that before I go. It's just, well, Matlock, and especially Matlock Bath, is kind of known for, it's a good meeting place for bikers and people that come and meet up, the bikers that come here showing the bikes off, and just the community of bikers. It always reminds me of rock community. It's solid. There's some real good characters. It's just really nice to see everybody together. And they come up here, I think, because they can take the bike out and get a good run, and it's just nice scenery around, and they can meet up in a nice place that's calm, where they can reflect and talk to old mates. And I just wondered, like, if there's any bikers that are out there that come on to places like Matlock to meet up. What I'm getting is it's a social thing, and it's also the journey of getting here and the open roads that you'll be able to just maybe open up a bit. I weren't allowed a bike, me. Now my dad says, hey, if I ever see you on a motorbike, John, you're done. I'll tell you why in a bit. So I've managed to find and stumble upon this. I I had an idea it was this way because I just followed crowd. But yeah, we're into the shops, and there's a few fish bars already that I'm seeing. So there's a bit of a. It don't feel like seaside, but it don't feel like anywhere else really, if that makes sense. I thought I'd come up this way because it looked a bit off the beaten track and a bit more interesting. I could be wrong. Already we're seeing a biker here. Suzuki. Fat boys. Ah, fair enough. Yeah, it looks like it's a bit more built up here. Hey, I've been doing alright as well. I've not had an energy drink now for about 7 weeks. So that's a good thing, isn't it? Well, I think it is for me. I had to give them a knock on head. Vintage Toy Exchange, and you know, I've got to have a look in here, haven't I? That's sold.
What is that?
That's it?
Yeah. That's 60 quid.
Of course it has. 60?
Yeah, 60.
This
is a lovely shop. You've got your Doctor Who here.
Like t-shirt, mate.
Oh, nice one, cheers. They're intricate, aren't they, them Doctor Who? I've not seen Doctor Who figures like that before. Quite detailed. This is your X-Men stuff. This is a fantastic shop. Wow. Drops on here looking fine in this. You just probably see me on reflection, that's the only thing.
Who were the Wondles? What year range were the Wondles?
Vintage Andels. I've got a couple of vintage Andels. Astro Warriors and Pac-Man somewhere. And I used to have all these vintage turtle figures. That's bringing back some memories.
You used to have one?
Yeah, they went on for...
I had the original box that came into the country. I talked about it before. I worked in a toy shop, so we were one of the first in the UK to get them in. Hero Turtles. Why did they change it to that? Hero Turtles. They even changed nunchucks to sausages.
Right, have a good day, guys. Thank you very much.
So we've got a lot of Star Wars.
I love it.
Levi's going to love that tonight.
These are the ones that came out like '96, I believe. These Power of the Force. I've got a few Power of the Force stuff myself. And then some vintage here. There's some mail away. They've got the Ghost of Obi-Wan. They're still fairly new though, those, I think. There are some more vintagey ones I've seen. Must have a look because I do collect these newer retro ones. But only the ones that are from the original trilogy. I've got to have a limit. Yeah, so these were Power of the Force ones. They sort of came back out with the release of the special edition trilogy, more than likely. Oh, that is fantastic. If I'd got 20 quid spare, he'd be coming home. That's Trick or Treat Toxic Crusader Toxie. Good price, very good price that. Some vintage Ghostbusters. I don't know if you'll see any of this if it comes out. We've got that donkey figure. Godzilla. Some more Power at Force. Oh, these are what I have. These the vintage ones that I collect. These Emperor's Royal Guard here. Luke Jedi. Bib Fortuna's missing his cape, bless him. Lando. Double crossing, sod him. Oh, caused all that trouble. The medmates though, it ended, didn't they? Gamma and Guard here. Very nice. I killed the clown. I missed him. These are the more complete single figures that they've got here. Very nice. Ah, boggling. And 18 figures. Wow, that looks like Chuck Norris, that bag there, from 18. Toxic Crusader. Oh, Bucky O'Hare.
Can I squeeze more, please, sir?
Yes.
Thank you.
No problem.
And then,
Got a vintage attack. Predator.
Yeah, what? You've never seen them before, have you?
These 90s Predator and Alien figures. I've got a few myself.
It's a video game. Yeah, video games, yeah.
Your vintage Hasbro wrestlers, WWE or F or WCW, whatever it were back then. Every Street Shark. We love Street Sharks. Oh, Ryle Roof. Now that used to terrify. That ball there that looks like a mad ball. That used to terrify Andy and Matt, my nephews. And Shaz had it. Wonder where it is now. So you've got a Cindy house here.
Yeah, that's complete.
And it's complete. Yeah, that's nice, boxed. City home.
Yeah, it's the Hasbro period, so it's after.
Yeah, after the 60s, the Hasbro period. What, 80 something, I don't know.
That's right, and then they came back again.
They did, and she's got a few of them ones and all. Yeah.
Who did it the most recently? It was Vivid, wasn't it?
Yeah.
In the early 2000s.
Yeah, it went up to I think 2003 or something,
Yeah,
and then
that's it. We bought a massive collection once.
yeah,
Of that period.
yeah, they're collectible now.
They
Then.
really, I was surprised at some of the prices on it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, she just started collecting them a couple of years ago, but she's always had them, and then as a child they've been either misplaced.
Yeah.
So what she'll do is she'll get them in, and then she'll either try and restore them or get accessories back and,
Yeah.
and hunt the clothing down that were for the period of the doll.
Yeah.
So she's really enjoying it, but yeah.
It's difficult to go
Yeah.
through to differentiate between all the different dolls from the time.
Yeah, there's
Some of them are labelled, aren't they? Some of the
some of them have
labelled.
got numbers and stuff on them, she says. I don't really know too much. Some of them are clones, and some of the clone dolls.
Yeah.
Do you want? Are you all right being on camera? Or is that all right? Yeah, brilliant.
So we've got a TikTok, so I'm used to it.
Oh, yeah, used to all that. Star Wars is my passion. I've collected Star Wars since I was very young. So, but then my mum, bless her, she'd get them all away, like a lot of mums probably
Yeah, I
would
hear
do.
that every day. I hear that every day.
Yeah, so I started recollecting them very late 80s, and I've took advantage of the vintage re-releases. You know,
You naughty.
it's like cheating, isn't
It
it?
is, yeah, no.
It is.
I always think, I mean, they've just come out with a new mask range recently.
Yeah.
And there's obviously Super 7s doing Thundercats and...
Super 7s look
Toxic
cool,
Crusaders.
though.
They're cool, but I always
They're not-
would be on the side of the original for me.
Yeah.
Because that's where it's... Whether
Yeah.
it be Star Wars or whatever range, the original, it's actually cheaper a lot of the time than the new
Well,
prices.
yeah, because they do come with a bit of a trendy, sort of new,
exactly.
fashionable
And although
thing.
they're not quite as detailed or whatever, it's
Yeah.
just there's something about it being the original of whatever it is.
I have to agree, if I can see something that's been played with, and it's got, like, some accessories, but, you know, I don't mind that,
Yeah.
as opposed to paying a lot of money for something that's replica.
Yeah. I
But
mean, 'cause
some of the ones
Hasbro
like this
stuff-
guy at back here.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Man of Man. Yeah, last
Yeah.
17.
So
You do get to the point with especially with Star Wars where it's like you can get a lot of them for around the £20 mark complete.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then as soon as you get to that second half of them, they start to go up. And then the last 17, probably 30 of the figures.
yeah,
Some of the first 12, some of the last
Yeah.
17, and some other variants. you're just going through the roof.
You're going,
Some of them, you know,
it's like completing the hardest jigsaw puzzle.
Yeah.
It starts off quite easy.
Really, and it keeps off going. You're like, oh, this is easy.
This is
really
alright.
simple. Could even get a carded one.
Yeah,
Some of them basic
and you can
figures.
get like there's one here exactly. So there's one
Yeah.
here for, and that's a good price, 65 quid. If you think about it, it's what 40-year-old nearly.
Yeah, that'll be it's 1980.
So you're getting a piece of history and saving it, and obviously, what I like about it is as well, if you can get it original and you keep it and look after it, you're expanding its lifestyle to another generation.
Yeah, you're right.
Although I wouldn't imagine giving mine away now.
What do you think on grading?
When the grade
What do you
figures?
think about that? Like you?
Well,
like
it's
him,
interesting
not like
you
him?
said that because my son used to. My son played Pokemon at a high level. He played for UK and he went to Worlds, and so all his cards, he'd have cards that he played with, which he had to have full sets of, and cards that he'd keep and send away to be graded, and he still does a bit of that now.
Yeah,
so grading's another market.
It's
another complete thing.
Yeah.
And it's like there's places in UK that'll grade stuff, but they're not quite as well known as the ones if you send them abroad.
Yeah.
And it's like you still pay a lot of money for it though to be done.
Well, I would say like UKG, he's a big.
I've heard that name. My son's used that.
He's a big one.
UKG,
I think in America there's AFA.
That's where they
they're
first
the
sent
ones
stuff
The
to.
one you see a lot, you see them too.
Yeah.
I mean, the cards are different because they're by different companies that do the slabs for the trading cards.
Right.
Is it PSA? I don't know. We don't do cards, so I don't know a great deal. But I think it's
But there's different variants of what you can do, and you can. But again, money. It all boils down to that.
Yeah, it does. I mean, it's all right if you've got a figure.
So how do you get these graded figures, loose figures? Is it a similar principle?
It's similar to the cards, I suspect. Where you just send them off. There's a big grading with them. And we don't grade, but we buy graded in the same way we buy anything else.
Yeah, exactly. I love E-Man as well, but I've never had an E-Man collection, but I love the figures.
Oh, yeah, because
There's
they're
something
coming
about
back
them.
around as well with the film coming out. You already see a He-Man now, himself with his sword and his axe and his shield.
Yeah.
It was 30 quid for a complete one, or 35 quid not so long ago.
Yeah.
And now with the news of this film, I had a look the other day.
Is it going up?
It's going up, yeah. I've got 50 quid on one now because it's sold 70 quid on some nice ones.
It's like currency.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just goes,
A lot of things will stay niche, and then a lot of things will have flare-ups, won't they?
Yeah.
But
It's nice when you can get the sort of rarer things.
That is
Amy Allen.
Yeah,
not everyone's going to know what that is, but if you know what it is, you know it's the hardest 18 figure to get.
we had all the 18. I didn't have this bad guy. He looks like Chuck Norris.
I know. It annoyed me with the baddies because there was enough baddies in the show that they could have put they could have put Colonel Lynch, or they could have put General
they could have
Fulbright
put
on
loads
Decker.
in.
And they just went. They took a
Generic.
and just did generic.
Yeah.
You know, it was a bit.
Yeah, we had Amy. And
Amy, she's like the hard one to get.
We had her. But we played with him all. We didn't look after him. Well, exactly. Yeah, I mean that's why they became valuable.
That,
Because and I don't mind when I pick my Star Wars stuff up if it's got a little scratch and stuff. 'Cause it just adds to character, I think.
Yeah, no, it does.
But nice one. What's your name, sorry?
Alex.
Alex, good to meet you, Alex.
Yeah, thank you.
And what's this shop called? I've just walked straight in.
Yeah, Vintage Toy Exchange.
Vintage
Matlock.
Toy Exchange,
Yeah.
Matlock.
And if
And
I
I'm
do
glad
a
I
little
found
plug,
you.
If I'm alright to do a plug,
You are.
Follow on TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. That'd be great.
Absolutely.
We do daily posts across the three. So.
Brilliant stuff. Yeah, good to meet you.
Yeah,
I'll come back when it's been payday.
Yeah, no,
Thanks a lot.
No, thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, it's been nice talking to you, pal.
Are you doing around here? You've got Mel in Alphaton, Mel's Collectibles.
Oh, well, this could be expensive then.
Yeah. And there's Leak, Toy Shop in Leak.
Oh, good to give a shout out to your colleagues along the way.
In Sheffield, there's Vintage Toys and Trains in Sheffield.
Yeah. Well, Sheffield's where I'm from
there you
mainly.
go.
So I've seen quite a bit in Sheffield.
Yeah.
But there's no better than finding it. I love shops like this because you know you can come and get what you want.
Yeah.
But then sometimes when you find them in wild as well, it's crazy. That can still happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for your time. I'll come back. Cheers. What a lovely guy, lovely shop. I'll come back here, definitely. Spot on. Well, this is nice. It's just different, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? It's like in your own surroundings, and you know you could be comfortable. Like I'll go and walk around the field, and don't get me wrong, it's only on my doorstep. But sometimes you just need to. I don't so much push yourself, but just go somewhere where it's different scenery. A change is as good as a rest, and it doesn't have to cost a lot of money. So Shaz has dropped me off. She gave me a bank card, but I'm not intentionally gonna go mad on that because there's no I need, and it doesn't have to include massive amount of money wherever you go. But like I said, change of scenery it's as good as the rest to me, 100%. So I've got some instructions from not this vlog. This is I'm just rambling about, seeing where it takes me. Across the road, I've been told if I see any charity shops, I have to go in to see if there's anything worth having. Cindy-wise, I doubt it, but you never know. And that's the beauty of charity shops. When you support them, you can just find some stuff in the wild, like I've just said in that toy shop. Sometimes you can find some stuff. You all right? Some comics. A lot of books. There's a lot of really good books here. British birds. They're an handful, I can tell you that. Oxfam. They've got a different range of things in here. They're not much looking old, to be honest. A lot of books. Very well organised run. It smelt a bit like some sort of like New Age. I think they've got joss sticks burning and that in bag. But yeah, there were no tin Oxfam. Other than nice books, which is not on my list. There's a nice record shop here, look at that. Some nice vintage hardware that probably sounds 10 times better than the new stuff. Some beautiful guitars as well. And I just love a record cabinet like that you could put a record player on. That sort of style. We've got some vinyl here. I cannot go without having a little flick. What a tune. Jean-Michel Jarre, we've got it all here. I just love, I mean, when you're going through vinyl and you see a crate, you know what I'm going to say? It reminds me of my DJ days, it really does. James, you were guilty of that. You forced me to DJ. James from By the Curb made me DJ with him. Yeah, there's all, I mean, look at this. Lisa Stanfield. Yellow. When you're doing this in charity shop, it's nearly all brass and church music and all very of the same stuff, ilk. But when you come into a vinyl shop like this, you can really get some real good stuff. You've got your 7-inch singles as well. Absolutely spot on. I won't go in. So I've been in a shop that I don't even know how long I've got left to vlog. That is a real nice record player, actually. If that's service running and well, 449. That is as good as all you're going to get. Lovely sound, nice warm sound of vinyl. And that's why I think records have always stuck around and probably come back a bit more recently. But yeah. My dad with bikes. I told you that there's no way he would have let me have one, and I didn't really want one. My friends had them. My friends had like scramblers, field bikes, Thanos. And they had them, I'll just cross over, wait for this bike to go. They had them little plastic bikes, them like 50cc, that I don't know, I don't think you needed a full license for them. So that's how they got around that. But yeah, so he wouldn't let me have a bike, and I didn't really want one, to be honest with you. Because this is what happened, it's a good one this. My dad used to work for post office back in the day. I'm talking years ago. I'll let you know exact year on here if I can. when I get back to edit. But yeah, he used to deliver post on bikes. There's something about our family with speed and cars and bikes. More so cars, but it's never affected me. I've totally no interest in going fast or fast cars. I've no interest in them. I'd rather have a classic car, mate, any day a week. And we've had them, we've had Beetles, we've been lucky. But yeah, he was going around this bend on delivering post, and he come off. Where do you think he landed? Straight in post box. I'm not kidding. He went head first into pillar at post box and smashed all. I shouldn't laugh. But he smashed all his teeth out apparently. So he always used to wear 2 false front teeth. So that incident obviously definitely stayed with him, because he wouldn't entertain bikes. He wouldn't let me have a bike. No chance. Nope. I don't know if I'd have a bike now. I quite like look at old bikes like your Triumph. I've got a mate who's actually Dad's Team Roberts. I'm going to give a shout out to Team Roberts and Abby Roberts, or 8. I hope your family as well, love. They're local, if you like, to Conisbrough, Mexborough and Swinton, local bike suppliers. But if I won lottery, I'd probably walk into Team Roberts and go, hey, can I have a right old bike, you know, like a classic sit up and beg type, like Easy Rider or something like that. I could see myself as an Easy Rider. This is bus stop here at Food Hall. Matlock Cafe. This might be alright. This looks like it's been here a long time, doesn't it? This looks like it's got some history, this place. What's I think to these electric bikes? Hey, maybe I should get one of them. There's some beauties, isn't there? There's some beauties. Well, bikers, yeah, my dad, what I was saying were, when we went to Donington, not foot racing, when I went to Monsters of Rock, 88, I've mentioned that before, I know I have. My dad dropped me off there and picked me up, which were weird because there were 80,000 people. It were huge crowds. And it didn't dawn on me, because he dropped me off and then he picked me up when it finished. And I thought to myself, how's he going to find me? And I looked up, and it was end at concert, as mates had come back together, and we were walking to meet my dad, and I looked up, and I could see these bikers all around the fire. I thought, that looks alright, that. I was only young, I was about 16 or something. And then I saw this guy in the middle of them with a flat cap on, and I thought, who's this? John? I thought, never. It was my father. He was studying with bikers, and he was chatting away, he was telling stories, they were all, you know, listening. I don't know how to explain it, but it's like being one family when you're a biker or you're a rocker and you're into rock music. And when you get together, everybody looks after each other. And I think they kind of like took my dad under the wing a bit, and them, because on the way back he said to me, I'll never forget this, hey, them bikers, you know, John. He called them bikers, but I knew what he meant. He says, them lads are right lads, them that all stood around Fireway. He says, when I got talking, I knew you'd be all right, because the sound here, aren't they? I says, they are, Dad, to be fair. They are. You can't beat bikers. Has any of you got a bike? Could be some bike, I'm hoping so. What's your bike then? What do you ride? And what do you recommend I should get? Tipsy Toad, 2 cocktails for 12 quid. Am I in? Let's get in here. Best ask if it's alright to film in here first, don't I? Yeah, it looks a decent place.
One more season, mate. You'll be double fitness.
Yeah, you'll play top people like United.
Thank you. Can I have a pint of this pineapple and raspberry, please? Thank you.
That's always going to be sex, sorry.
Because he goes all the time.
Card, love, please. looks alright, doesn't it? Cheers. Ooh, that's refreshing, that. Nice, that old malt. You know what I'm going to say, don't you? It reminds me of being in Benidorm on this. I think that's first drink I've had since operation. First pint I've had out. Nice. Good health, everybody, anyway. Good health. I found a nice little bench, and it's under a lovely willow tree, so I'm just chilling out here. Now, I didn't get into that cafe because it looked like they were closed for a few minutes, so I cheated and used my points and got a Greg's. So I'm having a little picnic now. I've gone for ham and egg, plain crisp, and I said I weren't going to have energy drink, as in Monster. I've quit Monsters. I've got that just in case, and I don't think I'll drink it. You never know. So let's see what this is like. It's alright, that Greg's. You know, when you've got an app and kids use it and stuff, and then you find out you've got a free meal. It's not too bad. Yeah, I've enjoyed looking around Matlock. It's really nice. It's very chilled out, even though there's quite a few come here today. And the weather's held off, which is a bonus. And like I said earlier, it's nice to get out and have a change of scenery, and just go for a look. And especially when it's not planned, like this weren't really planned. It was just a case of Shaz were going somewhere, and I thought, well, I'll come along and do my own thing, which is always good, isn't it? It's always a bonus. So yeah, really appreciate you watching. Really appreciate that. Something else I was going to mention. I can't remember. Oh, no. Oh yeah. So there's something else I was going to mention before I fill my face with this. That toy shop was fantastic. Really, really good. And going in it brought back so many memories. Even though I collect vintage toys myself, again, it's going into another environment, having a look round. A really nice guy, I think his name was Alex. He let me film and everything. They've got the stuff set out and it's all reasonably good price, but it did trigger some memories back, you know. What were your favourite toy when you were growing up? Obviously, I think mine, you know, it was Star Wars or anything sort of Star Wars related growing up. Although we did have Action Men and $6 Million Man and that type of thing. But yeah, mine was Star Wars, mine and my friends, and Dave, who you'll have seen on my channel. Big shout out to Dave Green. He's done a couple of vlogs with me. When I went back to Swinton, if you've not seen them, it's where I was born. It's my like village where I grew up in, or town where I grew up in. So check those out as well. Yeah. So what I'd like to ask is, again, what toys brings memories back to you, and what were your favourite toy growing up in the 80s? Shaz is all about Cindy, and I'm all about kind of Star Wars, although recently, the last 20 years or so, 30 years, I've obviously been collecting film memorabilia and what have you, and horror memorabilia, and it's just something nice, isn't it, just to have tangible again. I think it's that, it brings back memories, that type of thing, of simpler times, I guess, you know. But yeah, I just thought I'd ask. But yeah, thanks a lot for watching. If I don't see you in a bit, I really appreciate you watching the channel. So take care, everybody. Get yourselves out. Let's see what's local for you to visit. Maybe you'll come and visit Matlock. I didn't go to Matlock Bath, which is quite a bit of a busier area. I don't believe I did anyway, because I don't think I've been here more than once before. And I think Matlock Bath's got like fish and chips. That is where it's big for motorbike meetups. And it's funny Matlock, isn't it? Because I'm going on now, I've just said try. It was basically formed as somewhere where you could go for well-being, for spas and Matlock Baths to relax, recuperate, somewhere out of the way of the hustle and bustle. And it still feels like that in a weird way. It still feels like it's somewhere where you can come and chill and relax. But yeah, thanks for watching. See you later, everybody. Take care. Ta-ra.